Welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be doing a first impressions video for you guys on the new Melt Cosmetics Gunmetal Stack, and I hauled this stack in my last haul on my channel, and I told you that I would do a review and swatches for you guys, so that's what I will be doing in this video today, as well as an eyeshadow tutorial on the look that I have on today. So I'm pretty much just going to be letting you know, how I feel about the shadows, because this is my first time using them. So that's why I'm calling it a first impressions and not a review. So if you guys are interested in seeing my first impressions, a demo, as well as swatches on the new Melt Cosmetics Gunmetal Stack, then keep on watching. Alright guys, so the product that I'm going to be giving you my first impressions on today is the Melt Cosmetics Gunmetal Stack. Now this stack came out I think like a month ago, and like I said in my intro, I hauled this stack in my last haul, and I told you guys that I would do swatches, a eyeshadow tutorial, as well as give you my impressions on it. Now this stack retails for $48, and it comes with 4 shadows, and this is how it looks. I'm pretty sure a lot of people are familiar with Melt Cosmetics shadows. You are getting 2.60 grams in each shadow, so that is a lot. So that probably explains why it's $48 for 4 shadows. Not to mention the pigmentation on these shadows are really nice, and I didn't have any problems blending any of these shadows. So this is just how the stack looks, and this is just how it looks on the side. It comes with a mirror, and then the first stack is Harsh Stone White, and it is just like a, I don't know, kind of like a whitish silvery shade, and that's what I'm wearing on my inner corners today. The next shade is Assimilate, which is the only matte in the palette, and I absolutely love this shadow. It helped me blend out my edges really well so that, I didn't have any harsh lines, and these shadows are super pigmented, so it doesn't take a lot. The next shade is Industrial, and I didn't use Industrial today. This is just how Industrial looks. Kind of like a silvery, kind of like a pewter. It's like a pewter. So that is Industrial. And then the last stack is Gunmetal. And Gunmetal is what I am wearing on my lids today. So I did swatch these for you guys already just to save time. And I swatched them in the order that they came in the palette, which is Harsh Stone White, Assimilate, Industrial, and Gunmetal. So this is just how the stack looks. And here are the swatches on the back of my hand. These are some really pretty shadows. Very, very pigmented. So this is Harsh Stone White. This is Assimilate, which is the only matte in the palette. And it's like a light gray, but it's more on the warm tone side. So that's really what I love about this shadow. And then you have Industrial, which I said is like a pewter. And then you have Gunmetal. So these are the 4 shades in the palette. And like I said, this stack retails for $48, but I know that they do sell these stacks individually on their website for $17. So if you didn't want to get everything in this stack and you were only interested in maybe 1 or 2 shades, you can purchase them separately on their website. So I do think that that is a really good thing, and I think all of their stacks are you can buy them individually, I'm sorry, and they're all $17. So I think that's really good, because if you don't like colors in one stack, You can just buy them. It's going to be a little more if you buy them just the single stacks and make your own little quad, but you can kind of mix and match how you want with the quads, and that's why I really like them, and I like that they made them into single shadows. So I really do love the quality of these shadows. That is my first impressions on them. They blend really well. Now they are kind of like glitter bombs, like gunmetal, industrial, and harsh stone white, because it's kind of like pure pigment, and well, it's kind of like a pressed pigment. Pressed pigment is like glitter. I'm sorry, I meant to say glitter. So I would recommend doing your eye makeup first, or just packing a lot of powder underneath whenever you do this, if you do your base first, because you will experience a lot of fallout with these shimmery metallic-y shades. Like, they are some super pigmented shades, but they have so much fallout. So, you know, like I said, just do your base first. I mean, like I said, do your base last. I did my base last. I did my eyes first. And when I did my under eye, I just put some powder under there, and I just left it on there until I got finished with my under eye. So just put powder underneath if you do your base first, because you will experience a lot of fallout with these shadows. Other than that, I absolutely love the shadows, and here are the swatches of them once again. They are some gorgeous colors. Very nice for a very nice smoky eye. I really love the gunmetal smoky eye that I came out with today, and I hope you guys like it. So all products that I mentioned in this video will be listed in the description box down below, just in case you are interested in what a particular product is. And if you're interested in anything that I used on my face that I didn't mention in the video, you know, all you have to do is ask in the comment section down below, and I will let you guys know the answer to anything you want to know. Don't forget that I have 2 open giveaways going on my channel, so don't forget to check those out. I will link both of those somewhere in the video, so you guys can just go and click and enter. So thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys are interested in seeing how I created this look using the Melt Cosmetics Gunmetal Stack, then keep on watching. Alright guys, so I'm starting out with my brows already done, and I have no idea what look I'm going to do today. So we're just going to make up something as we go along. So first off, I'm going to start off by priming my eyes with my LA Girl HD Concealer in the shade Toffee. And then I'm going to set that concealer in place using my Rimmel London Stay Matte Pressed Powder in the shade Transparent. Alright, next up, going into my Kat Von D shade and light palette, I'm going to be taking that brown shade with red undertones, and I'm going to use this as my transition color. And I absolutely love the shade in this palette. It reminds me so much of Brown Scripts by MAC. Alright, next up, going back into that palette, I'm going to be going into that really light gray shade, and I'm just going to place this directly in the crease. Alright, and now going into the Gunmetal Stack, I'm going to take the only matte shade in the palette, which is a Simulate, and it's like a gray, it's like a gray shadow, but it has warm undertones, and I'm just going to take that and place that on top of that light gray shadow that I put down from the Kat Von D palette. I'm just doing this to deepen up the crease. Alright, next up I'm going to go into that black from the Kat Von D Shade and Light palette. I'm going to use this to pack that on my outer V. And now I'm going to take a blending brush from Real Techniques with no product on it, and I'm just going to use that to blend out that black to make sure everything is seamless. Now it took a lot of blending in this eyeshadow look, but I cut most of it to save time. Alright, next up I'm going to be going into the Maybelline Color Tattoo Eye Chrome in the shade Gunmetal, and I'm just going to use this as a base. Alright, next up, going back into the Gunmetal Stack, I'm going to be using the shade Gunmetal. I'm just going to take a flat brush and I'm going to spray my brush with some e.l.f. setting spray. And I'm just going to dip into that Gunmetal shade and just pack it on top of that base. And I wet my brush just so I can try to stop a little bit of the fallout. Alright, next up, going back into, I'm using a clean blending brush and I'm just blending out to make sure there are no harsh edges. And now I'm picking up the shade Assimilate from the palette, that matte. I'm just going to use this to help me blend out my edges to make sure there are no harsh edges. Alright, next up, going into that cream shade from the Kat Von D palette. I'm just going to use this to set my brow bone concealer and highlight my brow bone. Alright, next up I'm going to move to my under eye, and as you can see, this is my favorite pencil. It's almost gone, but I have another one. I'm trying to use this one up, and it's the Rimmel London ScandalEyes Kohl pencil. Next, I'm going to be going back into that Kat Von D Shade and Light palette. I'm just going to take the black. I'm going to pack this as close to the lower lash line as possible. And I'm going to use this to set that liner also. Alright, next we're going to be going back into the shade I think Assimilate out of the Gunmetal Stack, and I'm just going to use this to help me blend out that black. And then we're going to go back into my Kat Von D Shade and Light palette, and I'm going to use that brownish reddish shade that I used in the crease, and I'm just going to use this to add right up under Assimilate. Alright, next up we're going to be going into Harsh Stone White, and I'm going to be using this in my inner tear ducts today. Alright, next up for my blush today, I'm going to be using my Taraji Glow, and this is from the Taraji and MAC collaboration. I absolutely love this. It's a bronzer, but I use it as a blush. And for my highlighter today, I'm going to be using my Makeup Forever Pro Sculpting Duo in the shade number 2, and it's going to use this to highlight. Alright, now I'm just going to be spraying my face with my Urban Decay All Nighter Makeup Setting Spray. Now moving on to my lips, I'm going to be lining my lips with my Jordana lip liner in Coco Loco. And then I'm going to be trying out the new Hard Candy Metallic Mousse lipsticks that I bought from Walmart. I showed this in my last haul. And I'm using the shade Smoke and Mirrors. And I don't know, I think the formula is pretty sheer. I had to try to build on it, but then I still didn't like how it looked. Alright, and that completes the look. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more videos from me. Until the next video.